What's going on? Yours truly, Alfred Telefero. Y'all already know I represent that Mr. Telefero TV. I have as hot a take for you as possible, as hot a take for you as possible. We finally know, all right, after all the speculation, all the rumors, what does Kyrie want? Does he want to go be the guy? Does he want to play for a team outside of LeBron James? Does he hate LeBron? What is it? What would make Kyrie Irving think that it's a good idea to leave LeBron James? We finally know. Courtesy of Chris Broussard, former employee of ESPN, now at Fox Sports 1. He came on the herd. I believe the brother is on vacation. It's not really NBA season, but technically it's still NBA season. He came on the herd. This is not my story, but Colin and Chris Broussard are two guys that I respect, and Chris Broussard is one of the most respected NBA reporters in the business, so I trust it. So here's the thing. This is what happened. This is why Kyrie Irving wants out of Cleveland. This is huge right now. Get ready. So, before the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers owner, Dan Gilbert, had a trade in place. All right, you're getting this exclusive first. You need to hit that subscribe button while you're watching this video. This is exclusive. There was a trade in place for Kyrie Irving to get traded to Phoenix for Eric Bledsoe and the number 4 pick at the time, and that number 4 pick became Josh Jackson, but this is before the draft. So it's Eric Bledsoe and the number 4 pick, a 3-team trade, and the number 4 pick would have went to Indiana. Indiana would have then in turn gave Paul George, this is before he got traded to Oklahoma City, Paul George to the Cavs, and the Cavs also would have got Eric Bledsoe, one of LeBron James' closest friends. So let's go through that trade one more time. The Cavs were going to trade Kyrie Irving straight up to Phoenix, who Phoenix was going to get Kyrie Irving, and they were going to trade Eric Bledsoe and the number 4 pick. The number 4 pick would have went to Indiana, and then Eric Bledsoe and Paul George would have went to Cleveland. So the Cavs would have got Eric Bledsoe and Paul George in that deal. Kevin Love, from what I've been told, was not in that deal, right? So now you look at the starting lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It would have been, as currently constructed, Eric Bledsoe, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, and or Paul George, whatever one you want to have at the 3 and the 4. And then you have Kevin Love at the 5. And then you could potentially play with some things, maybe trade a Tristan Thompson, or maybe you go Tristan Thompson off the bench, maybe still trade a Kevin Love. But from what I've been told so far, Kevin Love, he was in and out of the trade, but he wasn't in that trade, right? He was in and out of negotiations, but he wasn't in that trade. The Pacers didn't want him. The Suns didn't want him. That was the trade. The Suns really want Kyrie Irving. And what a trade that would have been, right? The Suns have other point guards. They have other guards. They got Brandon Knight, who's going to come back at some point next season. And that would have been cool, giving up the number 4 pick and Eric Bledsoe. They're not that high on Eric Bledsoe. It would have gave them their superstar going forward for at least the next 2 years in Kyrie Irving. This is what happened. After that deal was in place, Dan Gilbert took that deal to LeBron James and said, look, this is on the table. Do you want this deal? LeBron then said, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that, but I'm not committing long term. That's what Dan Gilbert of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the owner, wanted. LeBron, look, I'm getting you this crazy deal. Can you sign an extension? We don't want to go make these deals for guys like Paul George, who are short-term solutions. Eric Bledsoe, who's not a long-term solution. We don't want to make these deals if you're not going to be around, because we're still not a championship contending team. Even with Eric Bledsoe and Paul George added to Kevin Love. We're not a championship contending team if you're not there. So LeBron, can you at least do this? Can you sign an extension? LeBron said, look, I don't rock like that, Dan Gilbert. You know I don't trust you. You wrote that letter about me when I left the first time. I'm not signing an extension, my brother. You can make the trade, do whatever. Because if you're LeBron, you got to be like, dang, I love Kyrie Irving, but that clearly makes you better. Kyrie Irving for Eric Bledsoe straight up, nah, you got worse. But now you add Paul George and Eric Bledsoe in. Okay, now you can flip-flop Eric Bledsoe for Kyrie Irving as long as you get Paul George, a player of that caliber, in return. And now, I do believe in my heart of hearts that's a team that could have beat the Golden State Warriors. And y'all know I've been pretty consistent. I don't think Boston has enough to beat Cleveland. I don't believe Cleveland has a chance against Golden State. I don't care if Cleveland would have got Carmelo Anthony. I still don't believe they have a chance against Golden State. But if you talk about bringing two all-star type talents, my arms are moving too much, and Eric Bledsoe and Paul George, and You definitely get better. Because what you do now, you make guys like Steph Curry have to play defense. Because you can flip-flop them lineups any which way. You can go big, you can go small. You can put LeBron at the 4. You got wing players now. You make Draymond have to defend. Draymond's gonna probably have to defend LeBron. You know what I mean? Or Kevin Durant's gonna have to defend LeBron, and then who gets Paul George? You got a plethora of things you can do with that team. And if you're LeBron, you just gotta sit back and be like, look, I ain't telling y'all to do the deal. I ain't saying don't do the deal, but it's kind of not for me to say. I rock with Kyrie, even though Eric Bledsoe's my man. But even LeBron's got to know that gets you better. That gets you better. Point blank, period. And if I'm the Cavs, I would have pulled the trigger anyway. So after that, Kyrie Irving reportedly found out about this trade. And in his mind, this is what Chris Broussard said this morning. In his mind, he thought, where this trade coming from? There's no way this trade would have been on the table unless LeBron approved it. Again, that wasn't the case. LeBron didn't approve it, but he didn't say don't do it either. He just kind of stood 50-50. And Kyrie, in his mind, was like, oh, LeBron want me out? That's when a few days later, Kyrie Irving thought about the situation in totality and said, look, let me get the hell out of Cleveland. I want out. Y'all tried to trade me. Y'all don't look at me as a centerpiece going forward. Y'all look at even me as somebody who's disposable. I made the game-winning shot to win a championship. Y'all look at me as something disposable if LeBron James wants me out of town. So it's still all about LeBron, but I'm the 25-year-old piece. I'm the future. I'm the present, honestly. And if y'all don't look at me as somebody as important as LeBron, it's not like Cleveland is going to Kyrie to say, hey, what if we traded LeBron even though LeBron has a no-trade clause? Kyrie's the piece that could move. I think this whole time we thought Kevin Love was the only piece that could get traded. But when Kyrie found out his name was in trade talks from Cleveland, after all he had did, he was like, nah, I want out. On top of the fact Kyrie doesn't like that he's waiting on LeBron James' decision next summer. He doesn't like the thought of a whole organization waiting on one man to make a decision when everybody can clearly see there's some sort of doubt in the back of LeBron James' mind about signing a long-term deal with Cleveland. Kyrie's going to have a big decision in a year from next free agency himself about his future. He doesn't want to be somebody. He's thinking to himself, I'm too good to be waiting on another grown man to make his decision. And this ain't my team. I didn't want J.R. Smith. I didn't want Tristan Thompson. I didn't want Kevin Love. These guys fit LeBron's style of play, the Richard Jeffersons of the world, the Channing Fryers of the world. These are LeBron guys, not mine. So when it all boils down to it, Kyrie Irving found out that his name was in trade talks, and that's why he went out. So now that you know that exclusive story, I want you to talk to me in the comment section below. Do you side with Kyrie in this situation? Do you understand why he wants out of Cleveland now? Talk to me. If this story is true, and again, it came from Chris Broussard, do you now understand why Kyrie Irving would want out of Cleveland? And also what I said about that Cavs-Golden State rivalry. If the Cavs would have pulled off that trade, again, trading Kyrie and ended up with Eric Bledsoe and Paul George, could they compete with Golden State? Who'd win that series against the Cavs and the Warriors? Talk to me. Comment box below. By the way, the new format, are y'all rocking with it or what's up? I've been putting in a lot of work to this thing, and I think I got something. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.